Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming out. Now, what do we have here?
Okay, this is Storm. She's Storm, our little Yorkie mix from down at the shelter, and she sort of represents some of the hospice type animals that we have.
Yeah.
She's battling 2 forms of cancer. So we're just trying to give her the best last 6 months or so of her life as possible, and we invite people to maybe join that type of program if they have it in their hearts to do something like that. We find ourselves now with more and more older animals that are being relinquished to the county shelter for those reasons of medical problems, and we find that there might be, people out there that might do this as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so she's having a good time. She comes to interviews.
Yeah.
She's been on TV. She's been to the beach. She loves the ocean. She's had her spa days. So she's doing everything in these last however many months she has that maybe she hasn't done her whole life, and she is just gets along with all my other dogs and cat. So I mean, she's she's good.
You had 1 cat. How many dogs?
So now I have 3 more dogs at home, and this one. So we're dwindling down a little bit, but all of them are special needs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's great. I bet you're just like cutting a path between home and the pet store, like getting food.
Yes, so it's all from working at the shelter and then coming home and working at your own little shelter. It's just sort of like it's very around and around we go. But it's wonderful. I mean,
they tell you not to take your work home with you.
I do.
It's
yeah.
It's got to be hard.
24/7. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I would imagine to be the hardest part of your job. Is like drawing the line. Like, nope, not taking this one home.
It's really hard to draw that line.
Yeah.
And so what my teammates have done very well is when they need me to cross over that line and assist them, then they put someone like that in my office. And so then I get used to them being around. So then then it's hard for me to say, well, no, then that's what happened with Storm. She did so well under my desk, sitting on my feet, being actually very good with everybody, and I thought, well, look how big she is. How hard could it be?
What's one thing about pet ownership you wish everyone knew?
People just have to be ready that if you adopt a puppy or a kitten, then you'll have it for the next 14 or 15 years, and so you have to think about, okay, where am I now, and in what part of life am I, and where do I think I'm going to be? And then your animal has to come with you. So I think that's probably for people to really take a long, hard look at, how long they will actually have an animal. Yeah.
Now, would you consider yourself more of a dog person or a cat person?
Well, believe it or not, I would say that I'm both, but I'm highly allergic to cats.
Really?
So it's been a little bit of a challenge.
Interesting line of work.
Exactly, and my doctors have said the same thing, that maybe I should consider another form of employment. At the shelter, I can go into where the cats are, but I don't spend a lot of time there.
So it's that bad.
But I love them, and I love playing. Like, we have kittens in the office, and I come in the morning and I open up their little play gate where they are, and they run all over the place for the few hours before we open to the public. So I enjoy. Kittens and cats are really very soothing.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah. I've never been much like a cat person, but I go into that cat room, I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are so cute.
I know, they're so cute, and it really kind of, it takes you, it allows you to relax. I love having office dogs, so we always have a dog and usually more, because I just think, it helps them, it helps us, and when the public comes in, it's really nice to see all the dogs running around in the office. We don't have 10, but it's really nice to have sort of like, we call them greeters, but it really helps them with the socialization, and get them adopted. Usually when people walk in, they really are attracted to the first animals they see.
You have that one kennel out front, and that was our dog Roxy was in there. And we came in, we were just like looking around, and it was like her.
Yes, and that's a good kennel out front to have.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that like the prime spot?
That's a prime spot, and when we were doing some reconstruction down at the shelter, people said, we can just bulldoze that and make it all nice entrance for everyone. I said, I really need you to just redo that slab a little bit bigger. I need to keep that there. we're excited about the new facility. And of course, if Beaufort County Shelter was in need of a big, redo. So, and then we have our clinic as well. So we've always helped each other. It's just that we've traveled all over from Ridgeland to Beaufort to Hilton Head and back and forth all the time. So somebody way smarter than I thought, well, maybe it would be a good idea if we were all together.
Right.
So that's what sort of started this plan, and then it's a lot. When you think about a public-private partnership,
Right.
and how to put those two entities together, not an easy go of it, because how government is run and how nonprofits are run, very, very different. So very different. So. But there's a common goal of saving the animals, so that's kind of what kept us going. Plus, Tallulah Trice is the director out at Beaufort County, and her and I have become, really fast friends. And I think that working relationship and that developed in the trust and I mean, she's a hard worker. I consider myself a hard worker too. And you get two, strong Irish crazy women together. Good things happen. But I mean, but there was a lot. I mean, it was not an easy go, and Tallulah would say the same thing. I mean, it was worth every bit of it, and I respect her to the end. I mean, she is remarkable. But because of that and the hard work and the planning, 7 years later, we were able to build those 3 different buildings. So Beaufort County has their building. Our clinic moved to that facility, and it's actually our second adoption center. So that was really, so that facility, kind of opened up a whole new world for all of us. So we're able to move a lot more animals through the system that we've devised over the last 7 years, and it's a whole lot easier to bring them in, get them vetted, get them to the adoption center either there or we move them to Hilton Head, and it's been a turnover that just has increased. Yeah. Increased our input and increased our output. But among all that, it's those buildings are just equipped with everything that you could ever want as an animal rescue facility. I think that building, that whole campus has made a tremendous difference for Beaufort County. So, and it's just beautiful. I mean, if people haven't been there, I encourage them to go out and take a look, because it's phenomenal. It really is. Yeah. Very pleasant.